Hale, I don't know what happened to your mirror. I feel like there was one there, but it might have fell off while I was transporting it. Sorry. Hey there everyone, welcome to the newest addition to the MakinMotorMoves channel. I bought myself a 1979 Ford Bronco Ranger XLT. A little bit of background behind it. This was my cousin's Ford Bronco. He owned it for about 11 years, and I told him the entire time, if you're ever going to sell it, you got to sell it to me. And sure enough, last fall, he decided to part ways, and we were happy to pick it up. So here it is, the awesome blue bucking Bronco machine. Super excited to have it, and lots of more content to come. Well, Billy and I have spent the last little while getting her cleaned up. The engine actually turned out looking pretty good. A few things here, we helped realign the power steering pump belt. That guy was chirping because it was actually off. The pulley down here, it wasn't aligned right. So we got that all lined back up, cleaned up a little bit of wiring in the engine bay, topped off brake fluid, topped off power steering fluid, put coolant in the radiator. We were actually dry and out of coolant because we had a little pinhole leak right there that I've temporarily sealed. She's shaping up. Right now, Philly's back there taking off the bolts for the topper. We were able to get the back window down. It's an electric motor in there. And if I can get this, the tailgate works. And we vacuumed all this out too. Looks phenomenal. The brown, and then my cousin even gave me brand new, well, a few years old, but never installed carpet that goes on the inside and the front. And then I threw this window roller back on so I can roll it up and put it down, and me and Billy can go cruising. What do you think, Philly?
Ready to ride?
We just went to truck mode.
Lid's off.
My God, there's so much room for activities. I think it's pit viper time. Also, Hale, tell me if I'm wrong. The VIN says this had a 6.6 in it. I don't know if that's what they put back in it. It looks like a big block though. I don't know. It's got like
a small one.
It's got a big old intake manifold on it. That doesn't look like it's from a 5.8. And then it's got these big old heads too, all equally spaced, which is what Ford does. I don't know. It might be a big block. That's sweet. Let's get her fired up for you guys and go take her for a spin. Can I get the glasses down?
Can you?
Can I?
I don't know.
I think the people want to see Billy with his in sport
Don't
mode.
go down too easy with big hooks in the back. And don't be showing me off too much. We don't want to attract the wrong crowd.
We call that sport mode, folks. All right, let's get her fired up here. Billy, you want to crank her over? Like a hawk. Alrighty, let's hit the road. Well, it's already broken. Can't have nice things.
No, we can't get back to jacks either today, it looks like.
We just got a little rolling resistance. How you doing, Billy?
Not making any progress on this damn jack. Ooh, that felt good.
Yep, it's going down. That was safe. More stuff on the Bronco. My goal for it is to make it my daily driver to and from work. So the Cummins Doesn't have to wake up every single morning and drive 5 minutes and then get shut off for 8 hours or whatever it is. Probably not going to be a highway vehicle. Only has a 3-speed transmission. You're screaming at like 60 miles an hour. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I've done a few things to this guy since I've gotten it. Radiator had a leak. It needed a overflow, or what are these called? Anyway, needed one of these, so I made one out of a Hall Master canister we had hanging around and zip tied it to the side of the radiator. So it works. The thing actually doesn't overheat anymore because it actually has fluid in the radiator. And I even noticed that my cooling fan was on backwards. It's in the right orientation now. Cleaned up a bunch of stuff here. I found a lot of loose intake manifold bolts, a lot of loose bolts on the carburetor, tightened up a couple grounds. I really haven't done a whole lot. I went through and cleaned and sealed the inside. So like anywhere there was a hole, I put some sealant on there and made it so it's a little more watertight. And as you can see, it's raining right now. I don't see any water leaking in, which is good. I see some holes back there, but no water's coming through them. Let's see, next steps is get the rear window wired up. That's a electrical rear sliding window, which I'm told are really hard to get, so I'm not supposed to break it. I gotta get this wired up to a switch on the dash so I can raise and lower that easily, be able to drop the tailgate back there easily. Again, this is a 79 Ford Bronco. Rectangular headlights, switched over from the circle headlights. The alternator isn't charging right now, so I'm trying to diagnose some of those issues. I don't think a specific wire is hooked up correctly, so I gotta look through that. Oh, by the way, made ourselves some MakinMotorMoves koozies, and they are awesome. I tell you what, I think we're gonna have to start offering some merch to you guys. So if you guys are interested in merch, you should comment below. I would love to be wearing some gear that said MakinMotorMoves on it, but we'll get there, slowly but surely. You guys ready for this? Just fires right up. It runs real smooth. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I have the Ford 400 cubic inch, I'm gonna call it a big block, in this truck. It is rebuilt, I'm told, and I've noticed it also has a aftermarket aluminum YN intake, a carburetor spacer plate, and then a 750 Edelbrock carburetor on it. And from what it sounds like, I think it's been built up a little bit. These things only came with like 160 horsepower from the factory. So I'm assuming when whoever rebuilt this engine did it, they hopped it up a little bit, which was good because that was definitely needed. The last thing is my rear axle makes this horrible vibration noise when I'm turning, and it vibrates when I'm driving down the road. So I am not sure what's going on there. I've read up a little bit about it. Sounds like it's a limited slip issue with the rear axle. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take off front cover, see what's going on in there, because it's a little concerning when you're rolling down the road. We have decided to go ahead and take out George and I's original first boat, StarCraft JetStar. And we just went through the whole 40 horse Evinrude to get it up and running and shifting. We had to deal with a couple little things down here in the bottom, like a cracked skag, but that's now been replaced. And even better, we got it hooked up behind the 1979 Ford Bronco.
The first boat that Ben and I bought together 4 years ago, exactly 4 years ago. In our first internship together at John Deere. Bought it for 600 bucks, fixed it up, cleaned everything out. We changed, the motor used to be a 40 horse electric shift that we had issues with. And now it's got a 40 horse Evinrude that's a little bit newer, from the 80s. And it has just a standard shifting cable from the Evinrude system up there. But that wood piece, brand new.
No more electric shift. Yeah, we've replaced wood piece.
Years ago.
What else did we do? We painted the whole thing dark navy blue. It used to be, you might be able to see it here a little bit. It used to be like that baby blue.
See the American flag up there too.
And then the biggest addition, the American flag. And we got a little one on the back too. So
we'll flash back some pictures right here of what the boat looked like originally. And this is 4 years later. We get it back because we sold this boat to my uncle, but now they retired. They moved down to Florida and they wanted us to have the boat to relive the dream, and we're happy to do so. Yeah. And then we're going to help them sell it. So this could be yours if you guys are interested.
That's right.
Or we might just have to buy it back.
Yeah, we might have to keep it. I love this thing. Very likely both vehicles could break down, but you know what? We're hopeful. It's just a little old aluminum thing, but awesome boat. We love it. we're all geared up. We're gonna do a little fishing. Thanks for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you out on the water. I was just telling George, this thing only has 3 speeds. It's a 3-speed automatic transmission. And what's desired is a 4-speed manual, but with the 400 cubic inch that's in this, which mind you only had 160 horsepower from the factory, you only were able to get the 3-speed transmission. I couldn't tell you what it is, I'm not a Ford guy, but I'll learn how this thing's down.
Did you comprehend all that? Oh yeah.
Low riding on a John Deere seat. This is not safe, by the way. Don't do this at home. Maybe.
But we're going to the lake. It's a mile away, so don't worry, Mom. We'll be good.
Hey, buddy. Man, professional. How's she running?
Great.
Good.
Really nice.
Let's go have ourselves a time.
Come on, Maggie.
Woohoo! There we go. Woohoo! We all made it. Little George. I got your bumper. Good? Oh yeah, you're in the beans.
You got a fish?
Guys, the StarCraft ran great today. Couldn't be more proud to be able to get it back out in the water. 4 years ago, Ben and I bought this boat, and now we have it back with us for this summer. Really just excited that everything works so well on the boat. This boat is actually named Little George. Funny story about that. When we were coming up to sell the boat, my uncle, Jim, he said, man, I'd love the opportunity to buy it. So he bought the boat from us. I had it in Nebraska and used it for fishing and all kinds of stuff. My uncle loved this boat so much and it reminded him of me. So he named the boat Little George. Good trip out in the water today, our local lake, and we couldn't be happier with how she performed. And it just feels good to get back out in the boat where it all started. I think since then, Ben, you've had what, how many boats since?
We're at 8.
Boat number 8
right now, and we got something coming here soon. Number 9 on its way.
We had a great day out in the water. Thank you to Uncle Jim and Aunt Chrissy for letting us have the boat back. It means a lot to us. So Making Motor Moves, like, share, and subscribe to to our channel. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope that you enjoyed the video and reminisce with us a little bit, because we sure had a good time out in the boat where it all kind of started for us. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your week or weekend, and we'll catch you next time.